So in this video we're going to look at playing position when we finish the wrong side of the blue. So we all know the importance of getting top side of the blue like this so that we can easily get back down to our next red. But how often do you find yourself, and even the professionals, the wrong side of the blue like this? So we're going to have a look today and explore some different ways of getting from low on the blue here like this, in and out of bulk, and then back down onto your next red ball. Now when we're playing the white in and out of bulk like this to get position on our next red, the exact shot that we play is going to be dictated by exactly how the reds are positioned and which red we're trying to play on. So in this first example here that I've set up, this red here only pots into this bottom left hand corner, and that's the only red that's loose and that I can play on. So I need to try and get the white somewhere into this area here that I've got indicated on the screen now. So with this shot there are basically two ways that I can get the white into this area. I can stun the white in a direct line in between the green and brown and bring the white in a straight line up the table and then straight back down and hopefully somewhere into this area. The second way that I can play the shot is I can play again in between the green and brown, but this time I can bring the white off the bulk cushion, off this side cushion, and then down this line and into the area that we showed on the table again. So I'm going to play both of these shots now then, and I'm going to talk through exactly what spin we're using and exactly how to execute these shots. Right, so for shot one, I'm going to pop the blue and I'm going to stun the white in between the green and brown, bringing the white up and down the table in a straight line and leaving the white hopefully somewhere in this area for a shot onto the red into this bottom corner. So the problem with this shot is if I just play stun in between the green and brown, there's a good chance that the white will hit this bulk cushion and then it will catch the green on the way back. So the way we avoid this is we play a little bit of left hand side on the white. So we're still playing a stun shot, but a stun shot with just a little bit of left hand side. We'll go in between the green and brown, the left hand side will just check the white up a little bit off the cushion, and then we'll avoid the green and come down in this straight line, leaving the red into the corner. So let's have a look at one of those then. And you can see there that the left hand side just made sure that the white checked up off the cushion. I avoided the green and I've come down nicely into the middle of the table, and I've got a nice shot on this red now. Now for shot two, I'm going to stun in between the green and brown again, but this time I'm going to play lots of right hand side on the cue ball. So this time the cue ball will come in between the green and brown, and then all of that right hand side will flick the white off this bulk cushion onto the side cushion and then flick it down the table somewhere into this big area again for the red into the bottom corner. So it's still a stun shot, but this time with lots of right hand side. So let's have a go at this one. And you can see that time I potted the blue a little bit scruffily into the pocket, but that time you can see that the white stunned in between the green and brown, the right hand side flicked it off these two cushions nicely and sent us down a nice line towards this red, and I've got a nice shot on this red ball again now. Right, now for shot three I've actually moved the position of this red, so now I've moved the red over to the other side of the pack and the red only goes into the opposite corner pocket now. So now the previous two shots, the way we went in between the green and the brown is not really very useful to us this time, because it's very difficult going in between the green and brown to get the white into a nice position to be able to pop this red. So this time I'm going to screw the white in between the yellow and brown, and I'm going to come off this bulk cushion again with lots of left hand side on the white and flick the white off this side cushion and then down towards the red. And the important thing with these shots, and it definitely cropped up on shot two in this video as well, is that it's the final line that the white is taking that we're really interested in. So on this shot, once I can hit the bulk cushion and then this side cushion, the final line that the white is going to take is always going to be towards that red ball. So it's a really nice line. I've got a big margin of error of landing nicely on that red ball. So that's why we would always try and pick a route where the white is always travelling towards the ball that we want to get position on. So if I have a go at this one now, in between the yellow and brown, bottom and left hand side. And as we talked about there, you can see that the white is always travelling along a line that's towards this red ball there. So that's why this time it was much more beneficial to go in between the yellow and brown. Right, now for shot 4, I actually haven't got any loose reds at all to play for, and I've found myself again the wrong side of the blue here. So I'm going to need to try and play a cannon on the reds here to bring some reds into play. Now, you often see the professionals play this shot on the TV, that it is a more difficult shot to play, but what they try and do is they'll pop the blue, go in between the brown and green again, and they'll use lots of right hand side, come off the baulk cushion, off the side cushion, and try and play a split into these reds here. Now, this is more of a complicated shot because you're having to use a lot more cue speed here. You're having to deliver the cue really fast. You need quite a lot of top and a lot of right hand side on the white. So it is difficult to get right, but if you do, it does look quite an impressive shot, and it can be useful when you do find yourself the wrong side of the blue. So let's have a go at this one. Lots of top and right hand side. And there we go. I've played a nice split there. I've been a little bit unlucky. The white's run away from me a little bit, but I have got a little cutback on this red into the bottom corner there. So if you can play that shot, it is probably the most complicated of all those shots there, just for the fact that you're using quite a lot of extra cue speed and having to try and keep nice and still on the shot. But as I say, very useful shot when you find yourself the wrong side of the blue, and it does look quite an impressive shot to get right. So as always, I hope you found this video useful. Hopefully now you understand a little bit better when you're low on the blue like that, how to go about going in and out of baulk, negotiating the baulk colours and getting yourself back down onto a red to continue your break. Now in a future video, I'm going to look at when we come a little bit straighter on the blue and you see the professionals using lots and lots of topspin on the white, and they're going in and out of baulk and again negotiating the baulk colours and coming back down onto reds. But that's it for this video. If you did enjoy this video, then please give the video a like, and if you want to see more instructional tutorials just like this one, please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Cheers.